Meditation sounds boring, right? Like something your hippie aunt does while burning incense. What if I told you though that mindfulness is actually a powerful tool backed by science that can help you deal with everything from chronic pain to bad decisions? In this video, as a psychologist, I'll debunk the myths about mindfulness and show you how this ancient practice can be a game changer for your modern life. But first, what is mindfulness anyway? Mindfulness isn't some new age fad or a cult for people who wear flowy robes. Although comfy clothes are encouraged, it's actually an ancient practice based on Buddhist traditions. Think of it as mental training for your brain. Through meditation and other techniques, you learn to focus on the present moment with no hate for it. And that's basically the most important principle in mindfulness. Be right here, right now, and with no judgment. And maybe you thought that mindfulness is just boring, static meditation in that characteristic pose, maybe even humming. However, there are various ways of practicing mindfulness. You could even do mindful eating or mindful gym workout. You could even argue that everything you do can be done in a mindful way. Alright. So we talked about what mindfulness is. But why exactly does it work? Imagine your brain is a record player. Sometimes it gets stuck on a loop. Replaying the same worries and regrets over and over again. This negativity bias can leave you feeling stressed and overwhelmed. Mindfulness helps you break free from that cycle by becoming aware of your present thoughts, emotions, and even physical sensations. You can identify those negative patterns. It's like finally noticing that you've been holding your breath all day because you're stressing about that presentation. Once you acknowledge it, you can take a deep breath and let the tension go. The key thing here is non-judgment. We're not trying to beat ourselves up for having negative thoughts. It's natural to have them. We're simply observing them and letting them go, even though it can be hard. This allows us to focus on the present moment, the only time we truly have any control over. Researchers also propose 5 key ingredients in mindfulness training that work together to reduce stress and other negative symptoms. This focusing on the painful stimulus and not looking to avoid it may result in symptom reduction due to exposure and desensitization. The first one is all about focusing on your present experiences without judgment. As I mentioned before, just like facing a scary movie monster, you see it, acknowledge it, but you don't have to jump out of your seat screaming. And in the right conditions, it can even be fun. You can check how in this video. By facing your problems head-on, without judgment, you can start to process them and develop healthy coping mechanisms. The next ingredient is about recognizing your thoughts for what they are. Just thoughts, not facts. We all have that inner voice that tells us we're failures or that things will never get better. Mindfulness helps you see those thoughts for what they are. Negativity bias from your brain. Our brains tend to automatically assume that we know the truth. The truth is that it's just our interpretation though, not hard facts. Once you recognize those negative thoughts, you can challenge them and replace them with more positive and realistic ones, which can be quite helpful for managing your anger. The other ingredients involve monitoring your thoughts throughout the day, focusing on physical sensations to reduce stress, and learning to accept your experiences, both good and bad. Through monitoring your thoughts, you can get better at recognizing early warning signs and employ the coping strategies before it's too late. On the other hand, focusing on what your body feels tends to lead to lower levels of arousal and relaxation. And finally, through experiencing events fully and not looking to avoid them, mindfulness teaches acceptance, which reduces negative self-evaluations. These 5 components work together like a well-oiled machine. By practicing mindfulness, you can learn to manage your emotions, reduce stress, and ultimately feel better overall. And speaking of those, let's talk more about some benefits of mindfulness.
I don't know what to do anymore. Work is crazy, my back is killing me, and I just feel constantly on edge.
Been there, done that. But hey, there might be a way to help you with all the stress and pain.
Really? Like what? Some magic potion?
Not quite, but mindfulness might come pretty close. Because studies show mindfulness-based treatments can actually help you with a whole range of issues. For example, mindfulness can be effective in treating chronic pain, reducing anxiety and stress, and even preventing relapse for depression. It can help you manage pain without relying solely on medication, deal with anxiety in a healthy way, and even improve your relationships by fostering better communication and emotional awareness. Mindfulness also works for those without diagnosed disorders though, and if you're a student, then you can probably relate to this situation. Exams approaching? Feeling like your brain is about to explode from all that information overall? Well, you're not alone. This anxiety is a real struggle. But guess what? Mindfulness can be your secret weapon to academic success. Remember that test anxiety you are feeling? Mindfulness can help you chill out and focus on what you actually know. See that panic mess? That's what happens when your brain gets overwhelmed. Mindfulness helps you break free from that cycle by focusing on the present moment. Instead of freaking out about everything you might forget, mindfulness helps you concentrate on the question right in front of you, one step at a time. And it's not just about test anxiety. Oh no. Mindfulness can also improve your overall academic performance. By becoming more mindful, you can absorb information more effectively, stay focused during lectures, and even explain complex concepts to others with greater clarity. So grab your phone right now, order mindfulness, and enjoy your better life starting now. Thank you for that, advertisement, I guess? Mindfulness isn't just about feeling zen in a quiet park. It actually has some real-world benefits. For example, let's say you're walking down the street and bam, you see a giant sell sign, practically screaming your name. That's where impulsivity comes in. Your brain goes into overdrive, telling you to snatch up that discounted thingy without even thinking.
Buy it. You deserve it. Treat yourself.
See that little devil on your shoulder? That's impulsivity, whispering sweet nothings in your ear. But mindfulness can help you resist its siren song.
Remember your budget. You have bigger goals than this random sale item.
By being mindful, you can become aware of those impulsive urges. You can step back, take a breath, and ask yourself, do I really need this? Does it align with my long-term goals? And if you need a guide for setting your goal the right way, you can check my video about it. So mindfulness is kinda like a reminder of the full picture, instead of focusing on a small detail on it. And that can be useful for folks in every age range. Even for kids. See that little guy? He's having a meltdown because his sandcastle isn't cooperating. And that's where mindfulness for kids comes in. Kids often struggle with big emotions. Well, actually not only kids. Mindfulness, though, can help them manage those feelings in a healthy way by teaching them to focus on their breath, identify their emotions, and calm their minds. They can learn to deal with frustrations without tantrums. And it's not just about emotions. Mindfulness can also improve focus, attention, and even social skills. By being more present and aware, kids can also learn to listen better, communicate more effectively, and build stronger relationships with their peers. Not to mention, mindfulness can boost a child's self-confidence. When they learn to manage their emotions and focus on the present moment, they feel more capable and empowered. So mindfulness isn't just for adults. It's a fantastic tool for children of all ages to develop emotional intelligence, social skills, and a sense of self-belief. But maybe you've already tried to find some mindfulness courses and discovered the popular mindfulness-based stress reduction and checked out program. 8 weekly classes, 2.5 hours each, daily home practice assignments for 45 to 60 minutes each day, 1 all-day class. And if you're like me, you do that like, who the heck has time for this stuff? Moreover, I have ADHD and focusing on a simple half-an-hour call is a challenge. And now I'm supposed to focus for 2.5 hours? I don't know about you, but it did seem to me very discouraging. It just felt like mission impossible. Fortunately, there are other ways to approach mindfulness which show promising results in studies. Because the beauty of mindfulness is that you don't need to dedicate hours to get some benefits. Even a few short moments can make a big difference. And to me, as a person with ADHD, it's a huge game changer. Like, I found a study where students who practiced mindfulness for just a few minutes at the beginning of class experienced a significant reduction in anxiety. Just a few minutes. And you might think, a few minutes, that is how many? 10, 8, 5? Well, different time ranges have been tested. But some studies found the benefits of mindfulness even if you practice it daily just for, wait for it, 3 minutes. That's literally the time it takes to brew a cup of tea. So if you can allow yourself to brew some coffee and tea, then don't you think you could spare at least 3 minutes for a little mindfulness break? A few deep breaths before a meeting, a quick body scan during your commute, or a moment of mindful awareness while waiting in line. These small practices can add up to a big difference in your overall stress levels. So next time you're feeling overwhelmed or about to make an impulsive decision, don't reach for another cup of coffee or scroll mindlessly through your phone. Give mindfulness a try, although it's better to first practice it in a calm environment. Even a short break can help you refocus, distress, and approach your body with a calmer and more collected mind. And hey, after you've mastered those 3 minutes, you can work on increasing that time. So now you literally have no excuses for not trying it. You can even click on this video and start your first mindfulness practice right now.